Hi, thank you so much for practicing with me. If you've received any benefit from using my yoga videos, please consider supporting my channel Yoga Upload. You can make a one-time donation on PayPal or a monthly donation on Patreon. Any amount will be greatly appreciated. Please read the description box below to learn more. Thanks again. Today's video is an Intermediate Vinyasa Flow sequence that leads to Bird of Paradise pose, 60 minutes. I recommend this for more intermediate students because there will be minimal instruction, minimal cues for most of the basic poses. I'll offer modifications and variations. We'll start in mountain pose and end with a 5-minute Shavasana. Please read the description box below because I will put more details about the class there so you will be better prepared for the class. As always, do what you can, rest when you need to, and enjoy your practice. Let's start. Begin in mountain pose at the front of your mat, feet hip distance apart. Relax your shoulders, palms together in front of the heart. Close your eyes. Take a few moments here to tune in to your breathing and prepare yourself for your practice. Take 3 deep cleansing breaths. Inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth, big sigh. 2 more, inhale. Exhale it out. 1 more deep inhale. And exhale. Keep the mouth closed. Continue with the deep breathing. Make that soft sound from the throat, Ujjayi breath. And we'll start our flow. Blink your eyes open. Half salutation. Inhale, reach your arms up. Exhale, forward fold, hinge at the hips. Inhale, lift halfway up, lengthen the spine. Exhale, forward fold. Keep your knees soft, slowly roll up to stand. Once you're all the way up, reach the arms up, inhale. Exhale, go straight to forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Keep the knees soft, slowly roll up. Once you're up, reach the arms up. Inhale for a standing back bend. Gently press the hips forward, lift the chest and the gaze. Another deep inhale here, lift the heart. And on your exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Soft knees, slowly rise. Once you're up, reach the arms up. Side stretch here, right hand on your right hip, side stretch to the right. Feel the lengthening in the left side of your body, from your left foot all the way up to the left fingertips. And come back to the center. Switch sides, left hand on your left hip, side stretch to the left. Feel the expansion on that right side of the body. And back to center, both arms up for a standing back bend. Inhale, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. From here, step back to your first downward facing dog. Give yourself a few seconds here to settle into your pose. Maybe do some movement with the feet and the head. Find your form. Take a breath. Plank waves. Inhale, lift your heels. Exhale, wave forward to plank. Inhale, pause in plank. And exhale, wave back to your downward facing dog. 2 more times. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, wave to plank. Inhale, pause in plank, long line through the body. And exhale, wave back. 1 more time. Inhale, lift the heels. Exhale, wave to plank. Inhale, pause. Exhale, lower down for chaturanga. Inhale, come up, cobra or upward facing dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a breath. Inhale, lift the right leg up. Exhale, step your right foot forward, warrior one. Plant your back heel down. Rise up for Virabhadrasana 1. Keep the gaze forward or add a back bend by lifting the chest, lifting the gaze. Few more breaths here. If you are looking up, look forward again. And release, bring the hands down to the mat, step back to your downward facing dog. 3 plank waves. Wave forward to plank, pause, and wave back to down dog. 2 more. Come to plank. And back to down dog. Last one. Come to plank. Exhale your chaturanga, hug the elbows in. Inhale your back bend, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward dog. Pause for a breath. Prepare for the other side. Inhale, left leg up. Exhale, step your left foot forward, warrior one. Rise up, arms up. Press the feet firmly to the ground. Gaze forward or add your back bend, lift the heart, lift the gaze. Deep breaths. If you are looking up, look forward again. And release the hands down, step back to downward facing dog. 3 plank waves. Wave forward to plank. Pause. And wave back. 2 more. Wave to plank. And wave back. Last one. Wave forward to plank. Exhale your chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Pause for a few moments here. Look forward at the hands. Either walk, step, or hop the feet forward, forward fold. Linger here a few extra breaths. Relax the head, the neck. Let the arms hang or cup the elbows if that feels good. Maybe sway side to side. If you have your elbows, let them go and slowly roll up to stand. Once you're up, reach the arms up, inhale, and exhale, mountain pose, palms together, hands to heart. Pause a few moments here. We'll do our first standing balance pose. Shift your weight to your left foot, set a strong foundation on that side. And we'll lift the right thigh up. Bring it about parallel to the floor. Keep the hips even. Steady gaze at one spot. Anytime you're ready, move your right leg out to the side, still keeping the spine as centered as you can. Stay here or add on. Look over your left shoulder. Keep the breath going. Almost there. And very carefully we'll release. Back to center. Relax that right foot down. Shake it out if you need to, and we'll prepare for the other side. Shift your weight to the right foot, spread your toes, firm the thigh, firm the belly, lift the left thigh up. Anytime you're ready, move your left thigh out to the side, just any amount that's possible. Keep the spine centered. If you want to add on, look over your right shoulder. Keep your gaze steady at one spot to help with your balance. Few more breaths. And carefully release. Shake it out. Come back to your mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a breath and let that sequence go. Take a big inhale. Exhale it out. Inhale, reach the arms up, standing back bend. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, forward fold. Step back to down dog, your choice, regular vinyasa, or add some push-ups. Wave forward to plank. You can do this with knees up or knees down. Lower down halfway, then push back up. Lower down halfway, push back up. One more, lower down halfway. Pause and inhale to cobra or up dog and exhale to downward facing dog. On your next inhale, lift the right leg up, roll the hips open to the right, bend the right knee for three-legged dog, few breaths. And straighten that right leg again. Look at the hands and step your right foot forward for a high lunge, crescent pose. Keep your back heel lifted, rise up, arms up. Balance on the ball of your back foot. Keep the legs strong, add a twist to the right, stretch your arms out to the sides. Keep your gaze steady at one spot. Almost there. And carefully release, come back to the center. Bring the hands down, and from your lunge, turn to face the left side of your mat, the long edge of the mat. Wide-legged forward fold. Turn your toes in, hands either on legs, ankles, or sides of the feet. On an exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Draw your shoulders away from the ears. Enjoy the lengthening in the back of the thighs. Relax the head. Few breaths here. In the next few seconds, get ready to release. Keep the knees soft, hands on hips. Use the strength of your legs and your core to rise up. From here, warrior two on the right. Turn your right foot out, bend your right knee, arms out to the sides. Virabhadrasana 2. We'll add some movement here. Inhale, reach the arms up, straighten the right leg. Exhale back to warrior two. Two more. Inhale and exhale. Last one. Inhale and exhale. Pause the legs here. Side angle. Rest your right elbow lightly on your right thigh and reach the left arm up. Fingertips reaching up. Stay here or bring that right hand down on the inside of your right foot. Fingertips to the floor. Keep reaching that left arm back. Stay there, or if it feels okay, wrap your left arm behind you. Gaze in any direction that feels good for your neck. Just a few more seconds here. Stay strong. And use the strength of your legs to come back up to warrior two just for a moment. Then relax the arms. Turn to face the long edge of your mat again for cow face arms. Reach the right arm up, bend the right elbow, right hand reaching down your back. Left arm under, so elbows are pointing in opposite directions. You can use a strap or a towel if the hands don't touch comfortably. Stay here or fold forward from your hips. Maintain the length from your tailbone to the crown of your head. Again, be kind to your shoulders here. If this is too much, come back up. Few more breaths here. Breathe through the sensations that arise. In the next few seconds, carefully, mindfully come back up. Release your grip, fingertips, or let your towel or your strap fall to the floor. Come back to your warrior two. Take a breath. We'll go back to that side angle and add some other options here. Right elbow to your right thigh, reach the left arm up. Stay or bring the right hand down on the inside of the right foot. Maybe wrap your left arm behind you. If you would like to add a wrap today, wrap that right arm under the right thigh. Maybe your hands touch, maybe not. You can also use a strap here with your hands. Keep pressing the left foot down firmly. You're almost there. And very carefully release. Come back up to warrior two just for a moment. And then relax that right leg. Straighten the right leg for reverse triangle. Right palm up, right arm up. Rest your left hand lightly on your back leg. Again, gazing in any direction. Last breath. On your next inhale, come back to warrior two. Exhale, bring the hands down. Some vinyasa options here. Regular vinyasa or one-legged. Keep your right leg floating up. Come to plank. Your choice to add extra push-ups. Lower down halfway, come back up. lower down halfway, come back up. Last one, lower down. Bring both feet down for your cobra or upward facing dog, and exhale back to downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. Other side. Inhale the left leg up. Roll your hips open to the left. Bend the left knee. Three-legged dog. Relax your head. And straighten the left leg again. Look at the hands and step your left foot forward for high lunge, crescent pose. Balance on the ball of your back foot. Rise up. Arms up. From here, we'll add a twist to the left. Stretch your arms out to the sides. Steady gaze. And carefully, mindfully come back to the center, both arms up. And bring both hands down. Turn to face the right side of your mat this time for some side lunges. Turn your toes out and bend your knees. Drop the hips. And at your own pace, move side to side. As you bend one knee, straighten the opposite leg. If you feel you can go a little deeper into the stretch, take a wider stance. Move on your own here a few more rounds. If you like to challenge your balance, keep your hands off the mat. Just another layer here you can play with. And once you've done both sides equally, come back to the center, turn your toes in, and get ready to come up. Soft knees, hands on hips. Use the strength of your legs and your core to rise up. Find your warrior two on the left this time. Turn your left foot out, bend your left knee. Press down evenly on both feet, arms out to the sides. Vira two. We'll add the movement. Inhale, arms up, straighten your left leg. Exhale back to warrior two. Two more times. Inhale. Exhale. Last one. Inhale. Exhale. Keep the legs here for side angle. Lightly touch your left elbow on the left thigh. Reach your right arm up. Stay here or add on. Bring your left hand down on the inside of your left foot. If it feels okay on that right shoulder, wrap your right arm behind you. Gaze in any direction. You might look up, forward, or down at the mat. Another breath. And carefully come back up to warrior two just for a moment. Then relax that left leg. Turn to face the long edge of your mat again. Cow face arms on the other side. Reach your left arm up this time. Bend the left elbow. Right arm behind you. Hands touch, or maybe use a towel or a strap. Pull the shoulders back, keep the chin up. Stay upright or fold forward from your hips. And notice if one side feels different from the other, that's okay. We're getting to know our body here. Be patient with yourself and breathe. In the next few seconds, carefully, mindfully come back up if you're folded forward. Eventually release the hands, the strap, or the towel. Notice how the shoulders feel. And find your warrior two again on the left, revisiting the side angle variations. Rest your left elbow on the left thigh, reach your right arm up. Keep both feet pressing down, especially the right foot. Stay or bring the left hand down on the inside of your left foot. Maybe wrap your right arm behind you, going as far as is possible for you. Option to wrap here, bring that left arm under the left thigh. Maybe the hands touch, maybe not. Either way is okay. This is your bound side angle. Last few seconds. Stay strong. And release back up to warrior two. Finally straighten that left leg. Reverse triangle, left palm up, left arm up. Either gaze up at your left hand or down at your back foot. A few more breaths. On your next inhale, come back to Warrior Two. Exhale, bring the hands down, step back, your own vinyasa here, your regular way, maybe one-legged with your left leg floating up. Come to your plank. Option to add push-ups, lower down halfway, come back up. 2 more. Last one. Inhale for cobra or up dog, and exhale to your downward facing dog. Take a big breath here. Look forward at the hands, either walk, step, or lightly hop to forward fold. This time we'll add on Padangustasana, hand to big toe. Take your first 3 fingers, wrap them around the big toes. If you need to bend the knees, that's okay. Inhale, lengthen the spine, and exhale, fold a little bit deeper. Gently pull the elbows out to the sides. Feel the lengthening in the hamstrings. Keep the knees bent, or if you feel ready, go for straighter legs. Reach the sitting bones up, spread them apart. A few more breaths. And carefully release the big toes. Keep your knees soft and slowly roll up to stand, stacking your spine. Once you're all the way up, reach the arms up. Inhale. Exhale, mountain pose, palms together, hands to heart. Take a breath. Observe any changes within you. Second, standing balance pose. You can do the first variation we did earlier, or you can add on hand to big toe. Shift your weight to your left foot and lift the right thigh up. You can move the right thigh out to the side or grab the big toe with the first 3 fingers. Keep the knee bent or straighten it any amount by kicking your right heel forward. With the leg bent or straight, carefully move it out to the right. Stay here or look over your left shoulder, one spot gaze. Be patient with your balance, keep the breath going. You're almost there. And in the next few seconds, we'll carefully release. Bring the leg back to the center. Release the big toe if you have it. And relax. Shake it out. Prepare for the other side. Extended hand to big toe. Shift your weight to your right foot this time. Set a strong foundation, strong core. Left thigh up. Do the earlier variation or grab the big toe. Keep the knee bent, or you might kick that left heel forward, straighten it any amount that's possible. With the leg bent or straight, move your left leg out to the side. Steady gaze either forward or over your right shoulder. Relax your face, no wasted energy, keep the breath going. And very carefully, bring the leg back to the center, release the big toe, and relax the legs, the arms, shake it out. Come back to your Tadasana, palms together. Whatever happened on that last sequence, let it go with some cleansing breaths. Take a deep inhale through your nose, exhale through the mouth, sigh it out. One more inhale, and exhale. We'll continue the flow. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, forward fold. Inhale, halfway. Exhale, fold. Step back to downward facing dog. We'll pause for a few breaths in your downward facing dog. Notice any changes in your body or your state of mind. Stay in down dog or try some down dog push-ups. For push-ups, bend the elbows out to the sides, bringing your head closer to the ground, then come back up, straighten the arms. 2 more, bend the elbows and come back up. Bend the elbows and come back up. Stay in down dog or vinyasa. Assess your energy level and decide what's right for you in this moment. We'll meet in downward facing dog and continue the flow. Three-legged dog. Inhale, lift your right leg up, roll the hips open to the right, bend the right knee. Stay here, or if Wild Thing is part of your practice, lightly tap the right foot down to the floor, spin the back foot, reach the right arm towards the front of your mat. Last breath. And carefully come back to your downward facing dog with the right leg floating up. And look at the hands, step your right foot forward. From your lunge, turn towards the left side of your mat for a side stretch. Keep your toes turned in and your knees soft. Walk your hands over to the right. Either grab your leg, your ankle, or slide your fingers under the outer edge of your foot. Hold on tight, then bend your left knee and lean to the left. Relax your head on your left arm. As you're gently pulling on the right foot, press that foot down and feel the stretch in the left side of your upper body and your left arm. Last few seconds. And carefully release. Switch sides. Walk your hands over to the left foot. Grab the leg, the ankle, or the outer edge of the foot. Hold on tight. Bend your right knee and lean to the right. This time, feel a lengthening in the right side of your upper body, your right arm, inner thighs. Relax the head and breathe. And carefully release. Come back to the center and we'll come up. Hands on hips, come all the way up to stand for triangle on the right side, Trikonasana. Turn your right foot out, keeping both legs straight, firm the quads, stretch your arms out to the sides, reach to the right as far as you can go, pause at your edge, and then release that right hand down wherever it lands, maybe the shin, the foot, or the floor, and reach your left arm up. Option here to wrap your left arm behind you for a bound triangle. Again, gaze in any direction that feels good for your neck, the least strain on your neck. And in the next few seconds, we'll very carefully release, soften the knees to help you come back up. Turn your right foot in, facing the long edge of the mat again. Keep your toes turned in, arms behind you, squeeze your shoulder blades together and interlace the fingers. Pull the shoulders back. Whenever you're ready, fold forward from the hips as you lift your arms up overhead. Let the neck relax. Let the head hang. Any amount that you can, bring the palms closer together and breathe. And in the next few seconds, carefully release, come back up. Release the interlaced fingers and find your warrior two just for a moment, exploring the side angle options again here. Right elbow to the right thigh, reach your left arm up. Maybe bring the right hand down on the inside of the right foot. Maybe wrapping that left arm behind you. Going for the wrap this time if you like. Right arm under the right thigh. Stay here or add a bound triangle by straightening that right leg. Again, any amount, exploring how this feels in your body. You might try that a few times. Settle into the pose that works for you. Last efforts here. This is a tough one, I know. And we'll very carefully ease out of your pose for warrior two. Take an inhale in warrior two. Exhale, bring the hands down to downward facing dog with your right leg floating up. Stay or add your down dog push-ups. Maybe one push-up, maybe two or three. After that last one, vinyasa, regular or one-legged with the right leg floating up. Let's meet in downward facing dog. Take a breath here And prepare for the other side. Inhale, left leg up, roll the hips open to the left, bend the knee for a three-legged dog or wild thing. Relax the head, reach the left arm back. Last efforts. Very carefully come back to your downward facing dog with the left leg floating up. Look at the hands and step your left foot forward. From your lunge, turn to face the right side of your mat. A simple wide-legged forward fold here. Keep your toes turned in, your knees soft. Relax your upper body completely. Stay with the arms hanging, or you might walk your hands back as far as you can go. Still relaxing the neck and the head here, enjoying the stretch in the back body. Few more deep breaths. Last few seconds here. And we'll carefully come up to stand. Triangle on the left. Turn your left foot out. Firm your quads. Draw the kneecaps up. Really strong legs here. Arms out to the sides. Reach to the left as far as you can go. Explore that carefully. Then release the left hand down either to your shin, your foot, or the floor as you reach the right arm up, or maybe wrap the right arm behind you, tucking in the fingers on that left hip crease for a bound triangle. Make sure the chest is not caving in. Keep leaning that right arm, right shoulder back. Keep the front of the body open. Almost there. And soften the knees to help you come back up. Face the long edge of your mat, arms behind you again. Squeeze the shoulder blades together. Interlace the fingers your non-habitual way. Pull the shoulders back. Feel that opening in the front of the body, the chest and the shoulders. Anytime, fold forward from your hips as you lift your arms up overhead. No tension in the neck. Let your head hang heavy. Few more seconds here. Enjoy the pose. And carefully, mindfully, we'll come up. Use the strength of your legs, your core as you rise. Release the interlaced fingers. Notice how your shoulders feel. Find your warrior two on the left. Side angle variations. When you're ready, left elbow on the left thigh. Reach the right arm up. Stay or bring the left hand down on the inside of your left foot. Maybe wrap your right arm behind you. If you're going for the bind here, bring the left arm under the left thigh. Maybe the fingers touch. Option to explore bound triangle by straightening that left leg any amount that feels okay for you. Settle into the pose that's right for you in the moment. Few more breaths. Last efforts here. Stay strong. And very carefully, we'll release. Find your warrior two. Take a breath. On an exhale, bring the hands down to the mat. Step back to down dog with the left leg floating up. Hold it here or push-ups. 1, 2, or 3. After your last one, stay in the down dog or add a one-legged vinyasa with your left leg floating up. We'll all end up in downward facing dog. Take a big cleansing breath. Inhale. Exhale, let it go. Look forward at the hands, walk, step, or hop the feet forward, forward fold. We'll stay here now for hands under feet, Padhastasana. Feet hip distance apart. Slide your palms under the feet, backs of the hands facing the mat. Bend your knees as much as you need to keep the backs of the hands touching the mat and the toes touching the wrists. Relax the head.
Few breaths here. In the next few seconds, we'll release. Let the hands go. Slowly roll up. Once you're up, reach the arms up. Inhale. And exhale to mountain pose, Tadasana. Take a breath. We'll do our last standing balance pose. Option to do the first variation or second variation, extended hand to big toe, or our peak pose, bird of paradise. Shift your weight to your left foot, and we'll add a bind here on the right leg. So bring the right arm under the right thigh, left arm behind you. Maybe the hands touch or use a strap. Very carefully start to come up. Keep the spine nice and upright, best that you can. And any amount, start to straighten that right leg. Pressing the heel out. Once you've found a more stable place, maybe add on the gaze, look over your left shoulder. Keep the breath going no matter what. In the next few seconds, we'll carefully release from the pose. Let go of your bind if you have it. And prepare for the other side. Shift your weight to your right foot. Bend the knees to prepare your bind. Have your left arm under your left thigh, right arm behind you. Grab your strap or your fingers. Shift your weight to the right foot as you start to lift the left foot up. Carefully coming up to a standing position. You might just stay here today or start to straighten that lifted leg any amount, pressing the heel out. Point your toes back towards your face. Last add-on, look over your right shoulder, one spot gaze. Breathe to stay calm and stay steady. And whichever pose you're in, will carefully ease out of the pose. Shake it out. Let it go. Back to your mountain pose. Observe not only the physical changes in your body, but also your own mental and emotional response to your practice. Cleansing breaths here. Deep inhale through your nose. Exhale it out. One more inhale. Exhale. Inhale, arms up, standing back bend, lift the heart. Exhale, forward fold, Uttanasana. Inhale, halfway up. Exhale, fold. Step back to your downward facing dog. Do a regular vinyasa or last chance for push-ups here. Wave forward to plank. Do your 3 push-ups, keeping the elbows hugging in. And back to your downward facing dog for down dog push-ups. You can do 1, 2, or 3. After your last one, wave forward to your plank for last vinyasa of the day. Exhale, chaturanga. Inhale, cobra or up dog. Exhale, downward facing dog. Take a full breath here, enjoying your last down dog. And we'll start slowing things down. Child's pose, bring your knees down to the mat, sit the hips back, relax your upper body on the floor. Make a conscious shift away from the dynamic flow towards a slower and more passive approach. Let go of any lingering tension or gripping in the face, neck, or shoulders. No wasted energy here. Adding on, turn your palms up to face the ceiling. Actively press the backs of your hands on the mat. Stay here or bring the palms together. Lift your hands up. Bring the thumbs towards your upper back. It's okay if they don't reach. Still allow your chest, your arms, and your head to be heavy on the mat, and keep the breath going. Last few seconds here. And carefully release, ease out of your child's pose. Start to lift the head, come up, and walk your hands back. We'll do a few seated postures here. A simple cross-legged seat with your right leg in front of your left leg. Keep the spine nice and tall for a twist. Inhale, reach your arms up. And exhale, twist to your right. Look over your right shoulder, soften your gaze, unclench the jaw, relax the neck. Maintain the length of your spine. Few more breaths here. Few more seconds. And release, unwind from your twist, side stretch. Left hand on the floor, reach your right arm up and gently fold towards the left. Keep pressing the right hip down as you reach your right fingertips away. Gaze in any direction that feels good for your neck. If you want a little bit more intensity, walk the left hand further away from you and sink lower. Last full breath here. And carefully release, come back up. Take a breath. Switch the legs, left leg in front of the right. Seated twist. Inhale, reach the arms up. Exhale, twist to your left. Gently look over the left shoulder. Keep the spine tall. Few more breaths here in your twist. And in the next few seconds, release, unwind from your twist. Side stretch, right hand on the floor, reach your left arm up and gently fold to the right. Feel that expansion in the left side of your upper body. Make sure the chest is not caving in. Few more breaths. Last one. And very carefully ease out, come back to the center, take another breath. We'll make our way down to our mat, to our back. Feet hip distance apart, come all the way down for bridge pose. Stack the knees directly over the ankles. Press the feet down to lift your hips up. Firm the glutes. Lift the chest up and walk your elbows closer together underneath you. Maybe interlace the fingers again. Press the feet down to lift the hips and press the arms down to lift the chest. Breathe. Last few seconds. Unclasp the fingers, slowly roll down, upper back, mid back, hips come down last. Windshield wipers, bring your feet wide to the edges of your mat and move the legs side to side. Eventually come back to the center. You have the option now to do bridge again, or if shoulder stand is part of your practice, start setting up for that. Lift the legs over the head and have your hands on your low back to mid back. Actively press arms and shoulders down for support. And using your core strength, begin to lift both legs up. Press the balls of the feet up. Make sure the neck feels okay here. No looking from side to side. Keep the breath going here. And we'll very carefully, mindfully release from the pose. With control, start to bring the legs over the head, coming to plow for just a few seconds. And rolling down with control, upper back, mid back, hips come down last. We'll do a second set of your windshield wipers, feet wide, move the legs side to side. Make sure you do both sides equally. And eventually come back to the center for a full body stretch. Legs on the mat, reach your arms up overhead, point your toes, take a big inhale, stretch. And exhale, release and relax. Hug both knees into the chest. Wrap your arms over the legs. A few finishing poses here. Half happy baby. Keep hugging your right knee in. Release your left leg down to the floor. Move the right knee out to the side a little bit, then lift the right foot up. Your right hand can be on your thigh, your leg, or your foot. Deep breaths. Last few seconds. And release for reclining twist. Bend that right knee more and move your right leg across the body. Allow the hips to roll, stack the hips. Relax the right shoulder and the right arm down. Enjoy the pose. Enjoy the breath. Take one last deep breath. And release. Come back to the center for another full body stretch. Legs on the mat. Reach your arms up overhead. Point your toes. Big inhale. Stretch. Exhale. Let it go. Hug both knees in again. We'll do everything on the other side. Half happy baby. Release your right leg down on the mat. Move the left knee out to the side a little bit and lift the left foot up. Hold on to the thigh, the leg, or the foot. Breathe through the sensations that come up, still staying present here. Last few seconds. And release for reclining twist. Bend the left knee more, move your left leg across the body, stack the hips, relax the left shoulder, left arm, maybe gaze towards your left hand, or keep your eyes closed. Few more breaths here. Last few seconds in your twist. And we'll release. Bring the leg back to the center. Last full body stretch. Reach the arms up. Point the toes. Inhale. Exhale. Let it go. Hug both knees into the chest. Stay here or add any movements that feel good. You might rock side to side or do circles with the hips. Last pose before Shavasana, happy baby. Bring both knees wide, lift both feet up, hands on thighs, legs, or feet. And breathe. Stay in the pose or add some movements. You might straighten one leg and then the other, or just move the hips around. Whatever feels good here. And release from your pose for Shavasana, corpse pose. Bring the feet wider than the hips. Arms by your sides with your palms facing up. Close the eyes. Scan the body for a few moments to let go of any remaining tension or gripping. Allow the body to feel heavy on the mat. Soften your face. Shavasana is a time for letting go of effort, relinquishing control. Know that everything you've done in your practice today is more than enough. And now it's time to rest and surrender. We'll be here for a few more minutes. If you need more time in Shavasana, feel free to stay longer. When you're ready to reawaken, introduce some gentle movement into your body. Move the toes, the fingers, the head. Maybe a full body stretch here. Take your time. Slowly bend the knees and roll to one side. Pause a few moments when you get here. And whenever you're ready, press away from the floor, come up to any seated pose, still with the eyes closed. Keep the spine nice and tall. Notice how you feel. Observe any changes within you. Bring your palms together in front of the heart. Be grateful for this time you had today to nurture your body, your mind, and your spirit. Let's close with one last cleansing breath. Deep inhale. Exhale, let everything go. Thank you so much for sharing your practice with me today. Namaste.